Welcome to the channel. I'm Nick, and I flew over the Grand Canyon to fabulous Las Vegas to stay at the MGM Grand on the Strip and tell you all about it. But first, a few seconds to say thank you to my viewers and subscribers. The algorithm has been very good to me and found me some really incredible people. If you are watching this and you're not yet a subscriber, you fall into that category, and I would absolutely love to have you. So please consider hitting that subscribe button. It does help out the channel a ton. With that said, let's get into it. As soon as you enter, you're greeted by Leo, the MGM star who represents the lion theme throughout. They actually used to have a lion habitat from 1999 until 2012. Anyway, you can see Leo here decked out for the fight that was happening the weekend that I was there. There were a zillion people and the arena was packed. The lobby and check-in area is huge because it services 6,852 rooms, which makes MGM Grand the largest single hotel in the world, though the Venetian and Palazzo has it beat in the category of hotel complexes. You can check in on the app, but I opted for the desk because I wanted to slip the attendant a 20 to see if I could get an upgrade, and it kind of worked. On the way to the elevators, you walk through the entrance of the largest casino in Clark County at 171,500 square feet, and a little lounge bar area past a convenience store. Water costs $7 a bottle, and into this rotunda with this beautiful fountain feature. I know this is kind of spinny footage here, but that is because that's what it feels like at first, trying to figure out which bank of elevators will take you to your floor. Once you get off the elevator, you're back to spinning around again, trying to figure out which wing will take you to your actual room. There's a lot. You have to do a lot of reading and numbers calculation. Once you finally commit to a hallway, it goes on for so long that you literally cannot even see the end of it. I was lucky in that my room wasn't that far back, but you better have comfortable shoes if your room's at the end. I got an upgrade, but I had to sacrifice my king bed for two queens. The room is clean, pretty nicely decorated. The shades are drawn, which was helpful because this room faces west, and with the sun setting, I would have been blinded upon walking in. The furniture seems pretty standard, and you have everything that you need. None of it's brand new, but none of the furniture is really ratty either. I liked the effect of the sun peeking through. It happened to light the room in kind of a cool way, which you can kind of see here. I struggled to open the blinds for a minute, the blinds which were kind of torn up, to be honest, but I mean, they worked. And finally, I got them up so I could see this really fantastic view of the strip, which in my mind was worth bribing that nice lady. Please excuse my reflection in the window, blame it on the sun, but you can see all the way past Ario. The bathroom is really nice. It's very clean, and it has this marble look porcelain tile with nice fixtures. There's no mold on the shower curtain or in the bathtub, which is fantastic. They fold the toilet paper, which makes me feel like they care about me. Nice clean toilet, well stocked, and good lights on the mirror, which make you feel good about how you look. Next to the desk is the TV, dresser, minibar combination. Of course, as we all know, all of the items in the refrigerator are on a sensor, so if you even pull any of this stuff out to look at it, you automatically get charged, so I tried not to touch anything that was inside of there. There's a cool setup for if you have a sound system or anything you want to connect to the TV, you can do that pretty easily with this little input center here. I didn't realize that these bottles of water on top of the dresser were also on a sensor. So I drank them and just replaced them with the $7 bottles I bought from the convenience store downstairs, thinking nothing of it, until I had a charge for $36 at the end of the trip. I told them what happened and that there was water there, and they canceled the charge. But listen, if you even touch the bottle on top, you get charged $18. So be careful. The beds were comfortable, and I slept really hard and didn't even really drink that much. Actually, it was kind of nice to have two beds because I spread all my stuff out on one and just slept on the other one. So plenty of space, double the bed size. I was happy with it. All right, the sun is going down and I'm getting hungry, so this is the first restaurant experience of the trip at International Smoke, a collaboration between Chef Michael Mina and Aisha Curry, located here in the district near the arena. The centerpiece of the space is this bar with a bunch of tables surrounding it. We sat at the bar. Look at me trying to record the menu like it's not online. Anyway, we ordered the smoked old fashioned and the Liliquoi Mai Tai. We had to leave the coaster on top after the bartender smoked it to really let the smoke settle in. He even told us to time it. Definitely on theme. When time is up, not a lot of smoke escapes, which is the point because it is all settled in to the cocktail. Mai Tai had a nice flavor. I had no problem drinking it. Anyway, we started with the Peking pork belly bao buns and the Tokyo fried chicken. The bao buns were pillowy and tangy, and you can't go wrong with fried chicken covered in sauce that you dip in a sauce, especially if it's an aioli. Highlight of the whole meal for me was the entree from the smoker, St. Louis pork ribs in a Vietnamese lemongrass sauce. The smoke combined with the almost sweetness of the lemongrass and the Southeast Asian flavor profile just knocked it out of the park for me, and I wish we had ordered a whole wrap. Ultimately, it was a nice, relatively quick dinner with good service and tasty food. I think a little overpriced for what it was, but given the location, it's kind of hard to fault it for that. But I'm a fan of smoked foods, and I'd go back here to try some other options for sure. After dinner, we went off site to catch some local entertainers doing what they do best, popped over to the club for just a little bit, and then knocked out early. The next day was a pool day, so we grabbed some fast casual Mexican fare at Tacos and Rita's, which has exactly what they promise and is located on the way to the pool. No matter how you combine your meat and tortilla, it's sauced well and the flavors are good and it's a reasonable price. I forgot to pack sunscreen, so I paid $20 for 2 ounces at the store next to the elevators, and we were off. I had to cut sound at the pool because they had copyrighted music playing. Sorry, but it is a great atmosphere. This was Sunday morning, and we were at the 18 and up pool, which is smaller but way more relaxed. The weather was perfect, there's no clouds, and it was a perfect temperature. It was a real treat. MGM's pool complex is huge, and there are a ton of pools with different vibes. They're not always all open, especially in the off season or during the week, but on a warm weekend, there is a lot going on. They have a lazy river as well as a kind of like a club pool combo called Wet Republic, which I am too chronically dehydrated to enjoy without a week of nausea afterward. But if you're young and you're hot and you have a good functioning liver, you will love it. Back inside, you head up the stairs in this beautiful, naturally lit atrium past the signature at MGM Grand, which is the higher end stay and the Grand Spa and Salon. We went off site again and just walked around the strip and tasted a few things, checked out the malls and the sights and lights and fights and people and all the stuff, of course, that you love to see in Las Vegas. A little bit later in the night, heading back towards the casino, I lost a few dollars on slots. And I had the most insane dinner at the three Michelin star Joel Robuchon inside the MGM Grand Las Vegas. I did a whole other video. I'll link it. You'll love it. Another fun fact, in 2013, MGM renamed its Hollywood Theater here in the center of the complex after its iconic magician in residence, David Copperfield, who's worth like $800 million dollars because he's been grinding out illusion shows for 40 years and has grossed over $4 billion dollars in ticket sales, more than any other solo entertainer in history. Of course, traversing the largest casino in the county is bound to make you a little thirsty and hungry, so there's no shortage of bars and restaurants smattered around the edges of the floor. My last night, I made the walk back toward the pool again through the district and its TV themed stores over toward the arena and had dinner at the restaurant just across from it at Nellie's Southern Kitchen. It was a weeknight, so it wasn't super packed, and I felt kind of bad for this nice guy covering John Mayer to a menagerie of empty chairs because he was killing it. Despite the small crowd, they were definitely short staffed, and the bartender was strained and stressing. I hope they sorted that out. I ordered the eponymous Wonelli because I wanted a little something sweet, and pineapple and amaretto are some of my favorites. It was everything I wanted, and I enjoyed it. I just had a simple dinner of chicken and waffles because it sounded amazing and it was the menu's headliner. When I got it, it looked fantastic. But when I got into it, I could tell that it had been sitting out for a little while because it had gotten a little cold and hard. And the flavors were still good, and I ate it because I mean, it still tastes good. But I could eat cold pizza, so what do I know? I really liked the decor in here. It was kind of a rustic modern vibe with a few funky elements, and despite being a little disappointed with the food, I'm sure this place really revs up when they're well staffed and there are enough patrons. One more sleep. And then the real secret to a Vegas vacation, make your last day a spa day. The concierge booked me a last minute massage, so I marched 100 miles again back toward the pool and into the spa. Once you get through the store and check in for your appointment, it is a real shift from the bustling district in front to the super serene spa zone. This little walk of this pergola actually does help to transport you. You go past the hair salon, down the stairs into a really small but really lovely spa with whirlpools and a wet and dry sauna with really nice facilities and just world class back rubbing. This is the fantastic view that you upgrade for. The MGM Grand is an iconic behemoth property on the strip since 1993. I found it to be a decent price, and although it wasn't always perfect, its standards have remained high and it delivered a great stay for me. And I would definitely stay here again. Thank you again for watching. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. It does support the channel more than you know, and I look forward to hearing your feedback. See ya!